Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. And you? That was the first lesson that we learned when we learned English. It was not a real question, funny enough. How are you? But they don't expect you to answer your full history of life. It's just a social check-in to see if you are willing to talk or you'd rather to be left alone. Keep in mind that the small talk that we just mentioned is super popular in English-speaking country. But when the other countries they start to learn English, they try to adapt it into their culture, and somehow it doesn't fit well, especially in Estonia. If you ask an Estonian, kuidas läheb, it means how are you? But for Estonian, that question is a real question. They will expect a real answer because they are generally asked, how are you doing? And they expect an answer, not like English. It just as a small talk opener, soft landing to a conversation. Completely two different concepts. And then some people suggested maybe instead of doing those small talks with those more meaningful, impactful questions like, what are you grateful for today? What is the best thing happened to you today? Yeah, they are great questions. Yes, they are. But again, the small talks that how are you has its purpose as a social check-in to see if the other people want to talk to you. So if you go directly into very deep, meaningful questions with a complete stranger who doesn't really want to talk to you in the first place, yeah, may not be working. For me, I'm very comfortable with silence. I feel these small talks a bit pointless, meaningless. What's the point? I rather than go directly into the conversation or just keep it silence. To sum up, small talks does have a function as a social check-in, as a soft landing into the conversation to navigate, to probe the other person respond to see if that person is willing to talk or not. Alternatively, you can go with a deeper conversation, deeper questions, but it might not land the same way as small talks. And keep that in mind because it's popular in other cultures. It doesn't mean that you have to adapt the same concept in your cultures. Maybe you are more comfortable with silence or you are more comfortable with direct conversation when you really have an issue to discuss or a matter to discuss. How about you? How do you feel about small talks? What is small talk in your country or in your culture? Leave it in the comments below.